to go into the depths of the nectar from Srila Prabhupada's books, Bhagavad-gita as it is today for sure. And we are going to read from chapter number 9 today. You had other choices, but you decided to come here and see to the Krishna Katha. That's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful choice that you made. Okay, so let's get going here. I just want to quickly check and see whether we are visible or not on Facebook and YouTube. Let's see. Nowadays, sometimes it doesn't show things on the bird, which is what is happening here. And who is on the Kiran Mataji's here? She's going to join us. Yeah. Hold on, I still don't see this. What is this happening? Okay, it shows that I'm live, so that's good. I'll go by that. Those words, I do confirm that. Okay, now comes the second part, which is to start to share the screen, which is always a challenge for me. So let's see. Let's hope I'm lucky this time. And not this. And who's joining us there? Jyoti Mataji is joining us there. That is good. Let's see. Let's see where we are. This is something we need. This can come here. Okay. So going back again to that side.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada. Okay. This is something I want. So let's see. Oh wow. Your message does work every time. Sukumal Radhe Mataji. Okay, now where am I? Return to the meeting. And now it is Varshana Mataji coming in. All right. So then we had gone all the way to Vindhyavali. And then after Vindhyavali, Mataji, okay, Varshana is going to be the last in our series. So that's fine. But before us, we also had Kiran Goyal Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
And then we had Jyoti Mataji. Okay, so the reading order today is going to be Premamayi Radha Mataji, followed by Sukomal Radha Mataji, followed by Vindhyavali Mataji, then Kiran, Jyoti, and Varshana Mataji's. All right, that makes sense? Okay, so now all that I need to do is to share also this, and let's position it in a way that you can all read it nicely. Okay.
The most confidential knowledge.
There you go. Does it seem confidential to you?
Yes, it is.
There you go. It is. Because it's something which is out there, out in the public, and still people don't get it. That means it is the most confidential knowledge there.
Hare Krishna Mataji. I'll come in 10 minutes, Mataji.
All righty. Okay, so now let us get started here on the screen. I'm going to start sharing. Somebody will need to confirm.
I am the first one, Mataji.
No.
You're the third one.
Where did it go? How did that? Where did I go?
Read in the...
Oh, I went into wrong one.
Okay.
Is that share one?
So we will get started here. Yeah, we'll get started. You just have to go after Sukomal Radhe Mataji. You don't worry about the order.
Okay, I need that. I got it now.
Okay, now let's concentrate on the class here. Om Jnantirandasya Jnananjan Shalakya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So we will do, how many do we have to read? Like we have 6 to read, 6 threes are, 6 into 3s are
18.
18 twos are, okay, we'll fall short, but that's fine. 6 twos are 12, and then still we'll fall short. Okay, so like 3 each, starting with Premamayi Radha Mataji, reading from chapter 9, and we're doing the chad in English. Okay.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Chapter 9, the most confidential knowledge. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "My dear Arjuna, because you are never envious of me, I shall impart to you this most confidential knowledge and realization, knowing which you shall be relieved of the miseries of material existence. This knowledge is the king of education, the most secret of all secrets. It is the purest knowledge, and because it gives direct perception of the self by realization, it is the perfection of religion. It is everlasting and it is joyfully performed. Those who are not faithful in this devotional service cannot attain me, O conqueror of enemies. Therefore, they return to the path of birth and death in this material world.
By me in my unmanifested form, this entire universe is pervaded. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. And yet, everything that is created does not rest in me. Behold my mystic opulence. Although I am the maintainer of all living entities, and although I am everywhere, I am not a part of this cosmic manifestation, for myself is the very source of creation. Understand that as the mighty wind blowing everywhere rests always in the sky, all created beings rest in me.
O son of Kunti, at the end of the millennium, all material manifestations enter into my nature, and at the beginning of another millennium, by my potency, I create them again. The whole cosmic order is under me. Under my will, it is automatically manifested again and again, and under my will, it is annihilated at the end. O Dhananjaya, and all this work cannot bind me. I am ever detached from all these material activities, seated as though neutral. Hare Krishna.
Text 10.
Hmm?
This material nature, which is one of my energies, is working under my direction, O son of Kunti, producing all moving and non-moving beings. Under its rule, this manifestation is created and annihilated again and again. Text 11. Fools deride me when I descend in the human form. They do not know my transcendental nature as the Supreme Lord of all that be. Text 12. Those who are thus bewildered are attracted by demoniac and atheistic views. In that deluded condition, their hopes for liberation, their fruitive activities, and their culture of knowledge are all defeated. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna ji. O son of Pṛthā, O son of Pṛthā, those who are not deluded, the great souls, are under the protection of the divine nature. They are fully engaged in devotional service because they know me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, original and inexhaustible, always chanting my glories, endeavoring with great determination, bowing down before me. These great souls perpetually worship me with devotion. Others who engage in sacrifice by cultivation of knowledge worship the Supreme Lord as the one without a second, as diverse in many and in the universal form. Hare Krishna ji.
Varshana Mataji? Oh, she said she'll come in 10 minutes, so her 10 minutes are not over, I guess. Okay, so Sutapa?
Yes, Mataji. Mataji, how many verses? 3?
Three. Usual diet.
Yes. But it is I who am the ritual, I the sacrifice, the offering to the ancestors, the healing herb, the transcendental chant. I am the butter and the fire and the offering. I am the father of this universe, the mother, the support, and the grandsire. I am the object of knowledge, the purifier, and the syllable Om. I am also the Rig, the Shama, and the Yajur Veda. I am the goal, the sustainer, the master, the witness, the abode, the refuge, and the most dear friend. I am the creation and the annihilation, the basis of everything, the resting place, and the eternal seed.
O Arjuna, I give heat, and I withhold and send forth the rain. I am immortality and I am also death personified. Both spirit and matter are in me. Those who study the Vedas and drink the Soma juice, seeking the heavenly planets, worship me indirectly. Purified of sinful reactions, they take birth on the pious heavenly planet of Indra, where they enjoy godly delights. When they have thus enjoyed vast heavenly sense pleasure and the results of their pious activities are exhausted, they return to this mortal planet again. Thus, those who seek sense enjoyment by adhering to the principles of the three Vedas achieve only repeated birth and death.
But those who always worship me with exclusive devotion, meditating on my transcendental form, to them I carry what they lack and I preserve what they have. Those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship only me, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way. I am the only enjoyer and master of all sacrifices. Therefore, those who do not recognize my true transcendental nature fall down.
Those who worship the demigods will take birth among the demigods. Those who worship the ancestors go to the ancestors. Those who worship ghosts and spirits will take birth among such beings, and those who worship me will live with me. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, I will accept it. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer or give away, and whatever austerities you perform, do that, O son of Kunti, as an offering to me. Hare Krishna.
Kiran Mataji? Kiran is with us or she dropped? I don't see her. Kiran is there. Kiran, are you reading on mute?
Unmute. Okay.
Shall I read?
I got it. No, I can read it.
Okay.
I forgot. The text number was
28.
28. Yep. In this way, you will be freed from bondage to work and its auspicious and inauspicious results. With your mind fixed on me in this principle of renunciation, you will be liberated and come to me. I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all, but whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend to him. Text 30. Even if one commits the most abominable action, if he is engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered saintly because he is properly situated in his determination. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna ji. He quickly becomes righteous and attains lasting peace. O son of Kunti, declare it bodily that my devotee never perishes.
Yeah, declare it boldly, not bodily.
Boldly, and my devotee never perishes.
Yeah, boldly.
O son of Pṛthā, those who take shelter in me, though they be of lower birth, women, vaishyas, merchants, and shudras, workers, can attain the supreme destination. How much more this is so of the righteous Brahmanas, the devotee and the saintly king. Therefore, having come to this temporary miserable world, engage in loving service unto me. Hare Krishna ji.
Hare Krishna, Mother. Can I read the last one?
Yes, it is your turn only.
Yes, Mother. Engage your mind always in thinking of me. Become
Not
my devotee.
engage, not engage, engage.
Engage.
Yeah,
Engage your
engage.
mind always in thinking of me. Become my devotee. Offer obeisances to me and worship me, being completely absorbed in me. Surely you will come to me. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, I was going to have you read from the, what is that? From
Queen
Shiva
Kunti's
Bhagavatam?
prayers.
Yeah, prayers of Queen Kunti. Let me bring that up here. From which verse? From which canto? Which canto has prayers of Queen Kunti?
1.8.
Canto
1.8.
Canto 1.
Okay, good. And then which
18,
verse
from
does
18 to
start?
43.
18 to 43. All right, let's go to 18 then. And Varchana Mataji, you can continue reading
Yes,
2, and we'll have everybody read 2 each. Okay? All right,
Okay.
start, please.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Srimati Kunti said, O Krishna, I offer my obeisances unto you because you are the original personality and are unaffected by the qualities of material world. You are existing both within and without everything, yet you are invisible to all. Being beyond the range of limited sense perception, you are the eternally irreproachable factor covered by the curtain of deluding energy. You are invisible to the foolish observer, exactly as an actor dressed as a player is not recognized. Hare Krishna.
You yourself descend to propagate the transcendental signs of devotional service unto the hearts of the advanced transcendentalists and mental speculators who are purified by being able to discriminate between matter and spirit. How then can we women know you perfectly? Let me therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto the Lord, who has become the son of Vasudeva, the pleasure of Devaki, the boy of Nanda, and the other cowherd men of Vrindavan, and the enlivener of the cows and the senses. My respectful obeisances are unto you, O Lord, whose abdomen is
How
marked.
many are we reading now? 2 each, right?
2. Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
Oh, 2?
2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
My respectful obeisances are unto you, O Lord, whose abdomen is marked with a depression like a lotus flower, who are always decorated with garlands of lotus flowers, whose glance is as cool as the lotus, and whose feet are engraved with lotuses. O Rishikesha, master of the senses, and Lord of Lords, you have released your mother Devaki, who was long imprisoned and distressed by the envious King Kamsa, and me and my children from a series of constant dangers.
500 point for somebody who can give me the Sanskrit for text 22.
Nama Pankaja.
Namo Pankaja
Namo
Nabhaya.
Pankaj
Nama
Nabhaye.
Pankajamaline.
Namo
Nama
Pankajmalini.
Pankaja
Netraye
Raya.
Namaste
Namaste
Pankajadre.
Very nice. Okay, let's continue. Who's coming next?
Me. My dear Krishna, your lordship has protected us from a poisoned cake, from a great fire, from cannibals, from the vicious assembly, from sufferings during our exile in the forest, and from the battle where great generals fought. And now you have saved us from the weapon of Ashwatthama. I wish that all those calamities would happen again and again so that we could see you again and again. For seeing you means that we will no longer see repeated births and deaths.
My lord, your lordship can easily be approached, but only by those who are materially exhausted. One who is on the path of material progress trying to improve himself with respectable parentage, great opulence, high education, and bodily beauty cannot approach you with sincere feeling. My obeisances are unto you, who are the property of the materially impo- impo- impoverished. You have nothing to do with the actions and reactions of the material modes of nature. You are self satisfied, and therefore you are the most gentle and are master of the monsters.
Master of the
Monis. I'm sorry.
Monis.
Who is a monist?
Who believes in one Ek Ishwarvad.
One what?
A pious person.
Monist is a pious person?
Mataji, impersonalist.
Is it impersonalist?
Mataji, somebody who believes that he can just gel with the Lord, I mean, become one with the Lord.
Become one?
No.
No, they are Brahmavadi.
The monist is one who thinks he is God.
Yes.
There is one. There is no we think we are dualist. We say that there is Lord and then there is the soul. Monists say that there is no difference between the soul and God. They one. Mono means one. Okay? All right.
Thank you.
Who's going to read now?
Text 29. O Lord, no one can understand your transcendental pastimes, which appear to be human.
It should be 28. Yeah.
28. Okay. My Lord, I consider your Lordship to be eternal time, the supreme controller without beginning and end, the all-pervasive one. In distributing your mercy, you are equal to everyone. The dissensions between living beings are due to social intercourse. Text 29. O Lord, no one can understand your transcendental pastimes, which appear to be human and so are misleading. You have no specific object of favor, nor do you have any object of envy. People only imagine that you are partial.
Hare Krishna ji. Of course, it is bewildering, O soul of the universe, that you work though you are inactive, and that you take birth, though you are vital force and the unborn. You yourself descend amongst animals, men, sages, and aquatics. Verily, this is bewildering. My dear Krishna, Yashoda took up a rope to bind you when you committed an offense, and you pretended eyes overflooded with tears, which washed the mascara from your eyes, and you were afraid, though fear personified is afraid of you. The sight is bewildering to me, perturbed.
And not pretending. Right? So when you're reading, just focus on what the word is and then pause a little. That's touch it with your
Perturbed eyes. Okay.
Not perturbed.
Perturbed.
Yeah, perturbed.
Your perturbed eyes overflooded with tears, which washed the mascara.
That's fine. You don't have to
from
read
your
it.
eyes.
That's just word. Yeah. Okay. Number 32. Who's doing?
Yes, Mataji. Some say that the unborn is born for the glorification of pious kings, and others say that he is born to please King Yadu. One of your dearest devotees, you appear in his family as sandalwood appeared in Malaya Hills.
Is it
Malaya Hills? Malaya Hills.
Malaya.
Yeah. Malaya Hills.
Yeah, there's no Malaya. It cannot be Malaya because the A doesn't have
Malaya.
Malaya.
Are those Himalayas, Mataji?
No. Malaya is towards the south.
Okay.
Malaya Hills. Others say that since both Vasudev and Devaki prayed for you, you have taken your birth as their son. Undoubtedly, you are unborn, yet you take your birth for their welfare and to kill those who are envious of the demigods.
Yeah. So the Malaya Hills, it is famous for the chandan that comes from there.
Yeah.
And so in the Indian peninsula, you see the lower part of India, which is like a V, right? So on both sides there are mountains, right? Eastern Ghat and Western Ghat, right?
Yeah.
The eastern is on the east, like Andhra Pradesh and all will have it, and then Western Ghats will be Bombay, Maharashtra, like that. So Malayas are like, on the tip side of it, the southernmost part of the Western Ghat. And so that is on the Kerala. So the Malaya Hills are actually
close to Kerala.
Yeah. They are in the modern day Kerala, like that.
Good. Thank you, Mataji.
All right. Okay, let's continue. Who's coming next?
Yes, Mataji. Others say that the world, being overburdened like a boat at sea, is much aggravated, and the Brahma, who is your son, prayed for you, and so you have appeared to diminish the trouble. And yet others say that you are appeared for the sake of rejuvenating the devotional service of hearing, remembering, worshipping, and so on, in order that the conditioned souls suffering from material pangs might take advantage and gain liberation.
O Krishna, those who continuously hear, chant, and repeat your transcendental activities or take pleasure in others doing so, certainly see your lotus feet, which alone can stop the repetition of birth and death. O my Lord, you have executed all duties yourself. Are you leaving us today, though we are completely dependent on your mercy and have no one else to protect us, now when all kings are at enmity with us?
As the name and fame of a particular body is finished with the disappearance of the living spirit, similarly, if you do not look upon us, all our fame and activities, along with the Pandavas and Yadus, will end at once. O Gadadhar, Krishna, our kingdom is now being marked by the impressions of your feet, and therefore it appears beautiful. But when you leave, it will no longer be so.
All these cities and villages are flourishing in all respects because the herbs and grains are in abundance, the trees are full of fruits, the rivers are flowing, the hills are full of minerals, and the oceans full of wealth. And this is all due to your glancing over them. O Lord of the universe, O Lord of the universe, soul of the universe, O personality of the form of the universe, please, therefore, savor my tie of affection for my kinsman, and kinsmen, the Pandavas, and the Vrishnis. Hare Krishna.
42. O Lord of Madhu, O Lord of Madhu, as the Ganges forever flows to the sea, without hindrance, let my attraction be constantly drawn unto you without being diverted to anyone else. 43. O Krishna, O friend of Arjuna, O chief among the descendants of Vrishni, you are the destroyer of those political parties which are disturbing elements on this earth. Your prowess never deteriorates. You are the proprietor of the transcendental abode. You descend to relieve the distresses of the cows, the brahmanas, and the devotees. You possess all mystic powers, and you are the preceptor of the entire universe. You are the Almighty God, and I offer you my respectful obeisances.
Thank you. That brings us to the end. So how do we pronounce this?
Vrishni.
Vrishni.
Vrishni and not Vrashni.
Re.
Yeah,
Right,
it's a
right.
re.
Thank
It's
you.
a
Yeah.
re there.
Re. Yeah, Vrishni. Thank you.
Okay. So now we have done the chapter 9 and we have done prayers of Kunkunti also. And we will momentarily pick up the verse for today, which is 13 verse. It's a very famous verse. But before we go that, I just wanted to pause here and have you take reflections and take some reflections from you or questions or anything that stuck your mind.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, I could see a similarity between 9.29 in our Bhagavad-gita and 1.8.29 in Kunti Maharani's prayers.
Yes. And first tell us what is 9. To tell others what is 9.29.
Mataji, in 9.29, Krishna is saying that
Samoham.
I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also friend to him. And Kunti Maharani is saying in 1.8.29 again, the best thing is both are 29 verses. Yeah, so it is easy to
That's
remember.
really,
Yeah, and in 29, Kunti Maharani is saying, O Lord, no one can understand your transcendental pastimes which appear to be human and so are misleading. You have no specific object of favor, nor do you have any object of envy. People only imagine that you are partial.
yeah, that's the one.
Is there any
Mataji,
other verse? Is there any other verse in the prayers of Kunkati which along the same lines about talking about Krishna's partiality or lack of partiality?
yes, Mataji, 1.8.36 also. Kunti Maharani is saying that, can we have that verse, Mataji? 1.8.36 also, Kunti Maharani is saying, in the end,
Oh, my Lord, you have.
About
Krishna.
not being partial, not
yeah,
being partial. Does
yes,
36 tell us
Mataji.
that?
Okay. No, but I was just seeing that non-envious nature in this 36. That when we take pleasure
No,
in
no,
others.
I'm asking about, yeah, we'll come to that. I was asking about that from the 29 verse. The concept here was that Krishna is not partial, right? He's equal.
Yeah.
And I was saying, is
Yeah,
there any other
in
verse?
another verse, he says that I am not partial to anyone, and nor do I.
I am a friend to friend, like.
Yeah, but one who is a devotee is like in me always, and I'm a friend to him always. Is
Yeah.
that one?
When
No,
they
no,
are
no, no, no.
friend
I'm
to me,
asking
I
from
am friend
prayers
to
of
them.
Queen Kunti. I'm not asking for what Krishna is saying. I'm asking
Oh,
from the prayers of Kunti that we read just now, right? So we read 29.
In text 29, he says, Mataji.
29 is what just now Premai Radha quoted.
hmm.
That's already taken. I'm asking for another verse that is saying that Krishna is equal to everyone.
There's 28 also, no?
Correct. It's right there in front of you.
Yeah,
Yeah, there.
yeah, you're
In
equal to
disturbing your
everyone.
mercy, you are equal to everyone. The
Right.
dissensions between living beings are due to social intercourse.
Right. Okay. So now that we're doing this nice exercise, which Premai Radha started, of connecting verses. So now here in 29, again, the same word that she quoted, it's saying that no one can understand your transcendental pastime, which appear to be human, right? Now, did we read someplace else about Krishna and like human being?
In this one only, in this
Yeah, this one,
verses.
he says you are, though you look like human, but it is like an actor who is performing, but
I'm not able to hear you clearly, Vashana Mati. You'll have to do something, like come close or do something. So where does it say that? Tell me.
Mataji, he says that you appear like an actor, nobody can recognize you.
No. That is you are appearing like an actor. The Maya Jamini Kachanam verse, right? Here. Oops, I went too far back. 18, 19, like that, right? Being beyond the range of limited self-perception, you are eternally approachable factor covered by the curtain of deluding energy. You are invisible to the foolish actor, exactly like an actor dressed as a player is not recognized. My question was that where else have we read? So today's, not today's verse, but the verse that Premai Radha quoted, for text 29, where she was talking about that Lord is not partial, right? People only imagine that he's partial. But what I was saying was, looking at the first line in this verse where we are talking about that no one can understand your transcendental pastime, which appear to be human, like. So my question to you is that have we read something about Krishna looking like a human?
Yes, Mataji. 9.11, Mataji. Fools derive me when I descend in the
Very
human
good.
form.
Yes. Avajananti mamura manushim tanim āśritāḥ, right? So we had brought it up from chapter 9 of Bhagavad-gita. Right? It's a very important verse.
Yeah.
Right? And when I was teaching, I had talked about that manushim, right? Avajananti mamura manushim. And so here in the word by word, you see manushim is in a human form. So fools deride me when I descend in their human form. They do not know my transcendental nature as the Supreme Lord of all that be. So it's a very interesting thing that that he's saying that I'm coming like a human form, but that doesn't mean that he becomes a human being. He will remain whatever he is originally, right? He might display it in a different form, right? And so this is the verse that says about the human form. And Vaishnav Mataji, the verse that you quoted is that because of his coming in the human form, other people are not able to sometimes find him and see, right? As if there's a curtain, or as if when people are playing a role and a part, you cannot recognize the original actor, right? Because they have put on makeup, they have done all those kind of things, right? So that is the thread of connectivity that is coming. We also have to also remember that sometimes even so, manushim, right? It is manushim. The word manushim is like human form. Yeah, it's a human-like form. It's not human itself. So that's a difference, right there in the word manushim. And we also have to remember that sometimes in our day-to-day lives also, we use terms like, I'll speak that in Hindi first and then I translate it. So he says, "Are wo to Raja itna pratapi hai, wo to sher hai." That king is so valiant, he's like a lion.
He's like a lion, yeah.
Right. But in the Hindi language, he said, "Wo sher hai." He's a lion, right? He's a lion. So when we are saying he's a lion, we are just comparing him.
He's like a lion.
He's like a lion. He doesn't become a lion. He's still the king. So he's still the original. So similarly, Krishna also still remains the original Krishna, although he might be looking like a human being. Comes here like a human being, right? And if he doesn't come here like a human being, if he comes here like a Vishnu with 400 forms, then imagine how the Gwalas are going to behave with him. Imagine how Yashoda Maiya is going to behave with him. Imagine how Radharani is going to behave with him, right?
Arjuna also.
Have that. Arjuna, they can't have that pastime with him, right? Arjuna actually, when Krishna showed him the universal form, he begged him, right?
Yes, that.
Show me the 4-hand form. And they said, no, show me the 2-hand form, right? So that's the nature in which, that's a mellow in which he has the relationship with Krishna. Okay, good. Good triggering of the discussion, Premai. What else did you read or hear?
One more relatable thing was that, in Canto 7, I think Hiranyakashipu also told all his ministers that, I think this Vishnu is partial to the demigods. Because
Yes.
But what is the answer, Mataji? I mean, we can see in 3 places.
He's not partial. See, partiality basically is a very different concept. And partiality is that, let's take 2 students in a class, right? And they are supposed to write an essay. Both of them write an essay. One of them writes a brilliant essay. And the second one writes an essay which is not as brilliant as the first one. Okay? Now the teacher gives 20 out of 20 to both of them. Although the second one does not deserve because the teacher was partial. You see, so partial has a negative concoction that, but did not deserve it, but still he got it, kind of thing, right? Whereas here what Krishna is saying that this is what my rule is, that if you follow the path correctly, then you will, you'll get good things. The consequences will be good. And if you do bad things, then the consequences will be bad. And in ruling out and in doling out the results of these 2 different activities, he is partial. He is not partial. What that basically means is that if anybody does bad, you see that in the material world, they will get bad. The results will be bad. If somebody does good, the results will be good. Our problem here is that we try to see, because of our limited vision and the limited lifespan that we have, we try to get the results within the same lifespan. That's why we say, ki, aur wo to itna bura karte hain. They do so much of wrong things. How come they're not being punished? They will not get away from that, because the laws of material nature are very stringent. So even if a person appears to be doing bad and enjoying life and not being punished, that punishment is being recorded somewhere to be doled out at a suitable time in a suitable body, right? So with that in mind, Krishna is not partial at all. He's very just.
But Mataji, if somebody does devotional service without knowing or, not properly also, But then there's something called causeless mercy. If you get causeless mercy of a devotee, then you're not deserved.
You're
You
talking
don't.
about devotees now. Right? So, and then what exactly is a causeless mercy? It is not that it is not causeless. There is always a cause to anything that happens. It's just that you did it unknowingly, right? That is known as agyata sukriti. Agyata sukriti, it is sukriti, it is something good that they did unknowingly, but they did good. So that rule doesn't change. For example, if a person doesn't know anything about a sannyasi or the importance of a sannyasi, right? And he just, one of his friend, he just says, look, you know what, this sannyasi needs to be dropped to the airport. Can you please drop? I'm stuck with some work. That person doesn't care anything about a sannyasi, but he says, okay, I'll drop. So he has done some work there, right? And it is unknown to him that he has done some good work, but that good work will still get the good results for him. And that exactly is his impartiality, Krishna's impartiality, that even though a person was not a devotee, but because he did a good thing, then the rule is still applicable to him. Partiality would mean, oh, only if you're a devotee and you do good things, I will give you. If you're not a devotee and you did a good thing, no, I won't give you good results. That is the Krishna's impartiality, that he will give to both, right? And we find so many instances of that, right? So now the thing about it is, like, sometimes they say that a person got this because of a gyatsukriti. So the question is, then, so what did they do? It is a gyatsukriti. It is not known, right? We do not know what they did. But when something good happens to you, there is bound to be something good that person did. It's just that we don't know. Now, if we don't know something, it doesn't mean that doesn't exist, right? Or didn't happen like that. So we have to remember that Krishna is impartial. Sometimes it might appear very difficult for us to bear when we are being punished. And we might also think when you are put to difficulties. And we might just think that, and I'm going to bring that verse from Srimad Bhagavatam, Tattenukampam, Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 14th chapter.
Tattenukampam susumikshamano bhunjana evatma-kritam vipakam.
Tattenukampam susumikshamano bhunjanam evatma kritam vipakam hidvag vapubirvidadam
Namaste. Jiveta yoti.
It's a high back, right? So whose turn was it to read? Who was reading? Who was the last person to read from Prayers of Queen Kunti?
I think.
How come the memory is gone?
I
Who read
think it was.
The person
I think it was.
Kiran Mati.
I think it was my turn to read now.
Okay. So then, do you come after Kiran?
Yeah,
Yes.
after
Okay,
Kiran,
good.
I come.
Okay, good. Yeah. So read this translation to us.
Mataji's screen.
We don't have any screen.
Oh, I'm not sharing the screen. Oh, that's a good point.
Yes.
All right, let me share the screen. Where is the screen? Srimad Bhagavatam 10:14:8 and this. Okay. Can you see the reading order and the
No, not yet. Yeah, now.
Not. Yeah.
No.
Yes. My dear Lord, one who earnestly waits for you to bestow your causeless mercy upon him, all the while patiently suffering the reaction of his past misdeeds and offering your respectful obeisances with his heart, words, and body, is surely eligible for liberation, for it has become his rightful claim.
Okay. Next person, we'll read one paragraph each. Archana.
Yes, Madhuri. I quote, Srila Sridhar Swami explains in his commentary that just as a legitimate son has to simply remain alive to gain the inheritance from his father, one who simply remains alive in Krishna consciousness, following the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga, automatically becomes eligible to receive the mercy of the personality of Godhead. In other words, he will be promoted to the kingdom of God.
Good. Sutapa is still with us? No, one paragraph each. Sutapa is still with us?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay.
The word shu shamish shamik shamana indicates that a devotee earnestly awaits the mercy of the Supreme Lord even while suffering the painful effects of previous sinful activities. Lord Krishna explains in the Bhagavad-gita that a devotee who fully surrenders unto him is no longer liable to suffer the reactions of this previous karma. However, because in his mind a devotee may still maintain the remains of his previous sinful mentality, the Lord removes the last vestige of the enjoying spirit by giving his devotee punishments that may sometimes resemble sinful reactions. The purpose of the entire creation of God is to rectify the living entity's tendency to enjoy without the Lord, and therefore the particular punishment given for a sinful activity is specifically designed to curtail the mentality that produced the activity. Although a devotee has surrendered to the Lord's devotional service until he is completely perfect in Krishna consciousness, he may maintain a slight inclination to enjoy the false happiness of this world.
Okay.
The Lord therefore creates a particular situation to eradicate this remaining enjoying spirit. This unhappiness suffered by a sincere devotee is not technically a karmic reaction. It is rather the Lord's special mercy for inducing his devotee to completely let go of the material world and return home back to Godhead.
A sincere devotee earnestly desires to go back to the Lord's abode. Therefore, he willingly accepts the Lord's merciful punishment and continues offering respects and obeisances to the Lord with, with his heart, words, and body. Such a bona fide servant of the Lord, considering all hardships, a small price to pay for gaining the personal association of the Lord, certainly becomes a legitimate son of God, as indicated here by the words Dayabhak.
Not Dayabhak. Not
Dhaya.
Dayabhak.
Dayabhak.
Not
Dhaya.
Dhaya. Not Dhaya.
Daya. Dayabhak.
Daya Bhak. Just,
Daya.
just as one
Daya.
cannot
Daya.
Okay, enough of the Daya. Let's continue.
Just as one cannot approach the sun without becoming fire, one cannot approach the Supreme Pure Lord Krishna without undergoing a rigid purificatory process, which may appear like suffering, but which is in fact a curative treatment administered by the personal hand of the Lord.
That explains a lot, right? Now, so do you find any similarity between this last paragraph and something you read in the prayers of Queen Kunti?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah.
Queen Kunti's whatever problems she was facing, not because she had done some wrong karma or something, it is just the connection, I think, with the Lord. So that they can remember the Lord, and Lord can always come and be in there. Lord was actually serving the Pandavas, no, most of the time, whenever they were in trouble. Because I was listening to a Brihad Bhagavatam lecture in which Hanumanji is saying that Pandavas are a better devotees than Hanumanji himself, because the Lord himself, always helps them. The Lord comes to help them. Instead, Hanumanji always goes and does service to the Lord, but here Krishna is serving the Pandavas. So Pandavas, according to Hanumanji, is much more superior devotee than
But here, the paragraph that we are talking about, the last
Yeah.
paragraph, what is the key thing about this? Couple of key points from the last paragraph.
Because Queen Kunti keeps asking for all kinds of miseries and this,
Correct.
so she can keep on remembering
thinking
the
of
Lord
him.
and
Remembering
keep on
Krishna.
praying. And
Right.
it's the same thing in this verse where they say
Right.
that, yeah,
Right, right, right. Therefore, he willingly accepts the Lord's merciful
yeah,
punishment and continues
yeah,
offering respect. Nama Pankajnabhaya, Nama
yeah.
Pankajamaline. Right?
Pankajamaline,
We also recited that, right? With her body and then with her heart,
yeah,
right? Words and body. She's doing all that. And she's willingly accepting this. So sometimes, and this is also one of the verses that we read, Api chet sudaracharo, right? Today in Bhagavad-gita, we read that even if somebody seems to be doing an abnormal activity, you still consider them to be Mahatma because they are firmly fixed in their determination. That's what we read, right? So
yeah,
along the same lines, I also wanted to mention that sometimes when a devotee seems to be suffering some very horrible thing in their life, do not think that, oh, that such and such a person is a devotee, but see, now I know the truth. He's just a dhongi and a false devotee because see now how he's suffering the reactions, right? But that's not the case. Sometimes Krishna, and that's why they say that Krishna takes the devotee's life in his hands. The moment you surrender to Krishna, then Krishna, so then the Maya and all that is not, does not come into picture. Right? Now Krishna takes the reins in his hand, and in that process of trying to bring you back to Godhead, if you find that you still have some a little trace of some desire somewhere in your heart, which will make you forget Krishna, he removes that thing from your life. Right? And so that is something that we should be cognizant of, right? Because the mind can tell us anything. Okay, so let's go to the verse for today. What is the verse for today?
9.13.
9.13. So, okay, let's look at 9.13 then. It's a very famous verse. mahā-ātmānas tu mam pārtha, daivīṁ prakṛtim āśritāḥ, bhajanty ananya-manaso, jñātvā bhūtādim avyayam. mahā-ātmānas tu mam pārtha, daivīṁ prakṛtim āśritāḥ, bhajanty ananya-manaso, jñātvā bhūtādim avyayam. mahā-ātmānas tu mam pārtha, daivīṁ prakṛtim āśritāḥ, bhajanty ananya-manaso, jñātvā bhūtādim avyayam. Synonyms: mahā-ātmānaḥ, the great souls. Tu, but. Mam, unto me. Partha, O son of Pṛthā. Daivīm, divine. Prakṛtim, nature. Āśritāḥ, having taken shelter of. Bhajanti, render service. Ananya-manasaḥ, without deviation of the mind. Jñātvā, knowing. Bhūta, of creation. Ādim, the origin. Avyayam, inexhaustible. Translation: O son of Pṛthā, those who are not deluded, the great souls who are under the protection of the divine nature, they are fully engaged in devotional service because they know me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, original and inexhaustible. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. In this verse, the description of the Mahatma is clearly given. The first sign of the Mahatma is that he is already situated in the divine nature. He is not under the control of material nature. Now, how is that affected? How does it come about? That is explained in the 7th chapter. One who surrenders unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, at once becomes freed from the control of material nature. Can somebody tell me what is that verse from chapter 7 that is being referred here?
1.4.
Tell me, yes, you're right. Give me that verse. Open your book. Give me the verse.
I think I know it.
You know it?
Daivi, yeah.
Then read the
Daivi
verse.
esha gunamayi mama maya duratyaya mameva ye prapadyante mayam etam tarantite.
And what's the translation?
This divine energy of mind, consisting of the three modes of material nature, is difficult to overcome, but those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it.
Right? So this is how it is. Like we say, how is it affected? How does a person not, who is in this material world, how come he's not under the control of material nature? How does that happen? That happens that mayam etam mameva ye prapadyante, those who surrender, right? Then they will be able to cross over this ocean of material energy. Okay. Who was reading? I was reading. That is explained in the 7th chapter, right? Okay, that is the qualification. One must become free from the control of material nature as soon as he surrenders his soul to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is the preliminary formula. So you got the formula today. Being marginal potency, as soon as the living entity is freed from the control of material nature, he is put under the guidance of the spiritual nature. Right? That's what I was saying. When you take to devotional service, then your life is controlled by Krishna and no longer by Maya. Right? And why? How do you know that? Maya adhyakshena prakriti suyate sakcharacharam. So prakriti is under Maya adhyakshena. Prakriti is under the control of Krishna. Right? So when Krishna says, no, don't touch him, don't touch her, then Maya cannot touch. Right? So being marginal, the guidance of the spiritual nature is called daivi prakriti, divine nature. So when one is promoted in that way, by surrendering to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one attains to the great stage of great soul or a Mahatma. The Mahatma does not divert his attention to anything outside Krishna because he knows perfectly well that Krishna is the original Supreme Person, the cause of all causes. There is no doubt about it. Such a Mahatma or great soul develops through association with other Mahatmas, pure devotees. Pure devotees are not even attracted by Krishna's other features, such as the four-armed Mahavishnu. They are simply attracted by the two-armed form of Krishna. They are not attracted to other features of Krishna, nor are they concerned with any form of a demigod or a human being. They meditate only upon Krishna in Krishna consciousness. They always engage in unswerving service of the Lord in Krishna consciousness. So when they meditate only upon Krishna in Krishna consciousness, can you tell me about somebody who meditated upon Krishna but not in Krishna consciousness?
Mataji, Kamsa.
Kamsa, correct. 500 points, right? So the Dantavakra, they were always thinking about Krishna and abusing, right? Like that. But here, what the key point over here is that we should be meditating upon Krishna in Krishna
consciousness,
right? So when we are here in this material world, and we know this material world is a dukhalayam ashashvatam, right? And so and your mind goes everywhere. Which verse says mind goes everywhere? In Bhagavad-gita, there is a verse which says mind goes everywhere.
Arjuna says,
There is what? Tell me. It starts with cha.
Vidya Vinay Sampanne Brahmani
Chanchalamana.
No.
Chanchalam hi manaha Krishna pramati
Manaha
balvatanam
Yeah.
tasyaham nigraham manye vayur evasu dushkatam. So this mind is very obstinate, very difficult to overcome, right? So the mind is going to take us here and there. Similar, it's like the mind is, you can imagine your mind as a boat, right? Or yourself, or the soul as a boat, and the mind is an ocean, right? And so the ocean is going to push your boat here and there, and not allowing it to stay. Like if you want to stop the boat, get off the boat and go and have a sleep and dinner in a town, and the next day you want to continue with your boat. If you leave the boat in the ocean, what's going to happen?
It won't be there.
It won't be there.
It will be washed away. It will be washed away. Yeah.
Right. So what do? What's the technical
term? We have to anchor it. We have to anchor it.
Anchor it, right? Anchor is the word to use, right? So the word anchor has got two aspects to it. So how do we anchor the boat? Typically, they will take a big stone or a heavy item, and they will add a rope to it, and then tie the other end of the rope to the boat, and then they'll drop the stone into the sea, right? Because it's very heavy, the boat will not go very far, right? So the anchor word has got two aspects of it. Anchor is also a noun, which is that stone. And anchor is also a verb, where we say that this is also, I'm anchoring my boat, right? Yeah. Similarly, Krishna, right? Krishna can also be an anchor, right? And also be that stone, right? To which the boat gets attached. And anchor is also, Krishna is also, by thinking about Krishna, you're also performing that activity, right? So Krishna becomes both things for you, like that there, right? Okay, and then this one talked about the first sign of Mahatma is already situated. He's not under the control of material nature. How is this affected? So when you look at Queen Kunti, right? We should not be thinking that all these calamities that came on Queen Kunti was because of her behavior, bad behavior, or wrong behavior, or sinful behavior. Kunti and all the Pandavas actually came here to enact that play, right? It's Krishna's pastime. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya sadaskraya. And he comes with his paraphernalia, so he comes with his troops there, right? So now, if you go back again to this verse, mahā-ātmānaḥ mam pārtha daivīṁ prakṛtim āśritāḥ. Now, I want to go back a few verses in this chapter and see what is he telling us here. Okay? Now, text number 11. Who's the next in line to read? Who was the last person?
I think I can.
Sukomala Mataji.
Sukomal Mataji.
Yeah.
So after that, Vindhyavali Mataji, yeah.
Okay.
Me?
Yeah.
Whole
Mataji, Jyoti Mataji read.
Jyoti Mataji read last?
I think so.
No.
नहीं मेरे पास आपने भी पढ़ा था बहुत.
तो ये माइंड को क्या हो रहा है? माइंड इधर कहाँ जा रहा है? लास्ट जिसने पढ़ा वो
Because
बता.
Okay.
कृष्णा कॉन्शियस में जा रहा है.
So,
अच्छा ठीक है
so
फिर
let
वहीं
me
जाओ.
read.
वहीं जाओ.
So
जाओ
let me
जो
read.
मिल रहा है.
Fools deride me when I descend in the human form. They do not know my transcendental nature as a supreme lord of all that be.
अच्छा तो यहाँ पे fool, they are describing the fools. Okay, who's next in line to tell us more about the fools? Who's next in line?
Moda.
Kiran.
Moda.
Come on,
Yeah.
read the next one and tell us more.
Those who are thus bewildered are attracted by demoniac and atheistic views. In that deluded condition, their hopes for liberation, their fruitive activities, and their culture of knowledge are all defeated. Those who are thus bewildered are attracted by demoniac and atheistic views, who don't believe in Krishna. They
Okay.
are fools.
Okay. So now 11 and 12 is telling about what type of people?
Foolish people.
Foolish people, Modas.
Okay. And what happens to them?
They just
They are bewildered.
fruitive activities they want.
Their hope for liberation and fruitive activities.
Yeah, fruitive activities.
culture,
And their
knowledge
culture
are
of
defeated.
knowledge are all defeated.
Yeah. The main important thing is that they meet with what in the end?
Defeated.
Their knowledge is defeated.
Right?
They
And
face defeat, yeah.
It is defeat, right? Now let's look at Bhagavad-gita, chapter 18. And
So the foolish people who don't believe in Krishna, they face defeat in life.
And what does the last verse of Bhagavad-gita say?
sorry.
Wherever there is
Wherever
Krishna,
there
Arjuna and Krishna and will be there. There will be always opulence, victory, and
extraordinary power.
extraordinary power and modality. That is my opinion.
So we just now saw that those who don't believe in Krishna, right? Those who don't believe in Krishna, then what happens to them? They get defeat in the end. And what is chapter 18 saying? What opposite?
Wherever there is Krishna,
there is
the
what?
master of all mystics.
What is there?
There is
Victory.
victory.
So you see the
Other
opposite.
people. Opposite people face victory. Yeah, victory and defeat.
Right. So you see now, you see the reason why you should anchor your mind towards Krishna.
To Krishna.
word.
Yeah.
And that's right. So that's why, and the mahātmānas have understood that. They have understood that, and that's why
They have already understood that.
Right? Those who are not deluded, they do that, right? So here there was another word that was used, and that was, where did we read that? Atheistic views. Yeah, the demonic and atheistic views, right? So there is
Text
monist
12,
view.
yeah.
Right. So today we also saw monist, right? When we were
Monist,
prayers of
who think that they are God.
Yeah, monists are things that is God. And what are atheists? Atheists believe that there is no
Who
God.
don't believe there is no God. God doesn't exist.
Right. Which is better of the two?
Monist.
No.
Correct. Correct? Correct? If you think you are God, is that correct?
No.
No.
Yeah, both are bad,
Oh,
but between the
yes.
two of them, the less bad is the one who's the atheist.
Natyevaham
Who's the atheist.
jatasnasam.
Because atheist is at the level where he doesn't believe in God, but someday, by mercy of somebody, he can be made to believe in God. But if a person knows that there is God and thinks that I am God, then that's a very serious problem.
Yeah.
Right? So keep that, keep that in mind. Okay, then going back again to today's verse, which is verse number 19.
13.
mahā-ātmānaḥ tumam pārtha daivīṁ prakṛtim āśritāḥ bhajanty ananya-manaso jñātvā bhajanty
Yeah.
right? Jñātvā bhūtādim avyayam. So they will be ananya-manaso. Their mind doesn't go anywhere else, not into demigods, not into any other place like that, right? Now, similar type of contrast, if you see, is also there in the 7th chapter of Bhagavad-gita. And I'm going to bring up 7th. Yeah, and what is that?
Vyavasātma buddhi.
That is not 7th chapter. That is 2nd. Vyavasātmaka buddhi ekeho kurunandana.
Ekeha kurunandana.
Yeah. This one, are you able to see the? No, I don't think.
Ananya-manaso.
Okay,
Ananya sintayanto mam yajana par.
No. Don't give me any verse like that. Right?
That one.
Yeah, first think through the verse and then speak, right? So here, when we look at what is text number 15 from chapter 7? I'm showing that. Whose turn is it to read?
My turn, I think.
Okay, go ahead.
Those
Namam
miscreants who are grossly foolish, who are lowest among mankind, whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and who partake of atheistic nature of demons, do not surrender unto me.
Do not surrender unto me, right? So they are lowest among the mankind, right? And then how he goes back and goes on in the next verse, and who's going to tell? Who's going to speak? Read. Who's next in line?
Pṛthā
O best among the Bharatas, 4 kinds of pious men begin to render devotional service unto me. The distressed, the desirer of wealth, the inquisitive, and he who is searching for knowledge of the Absolute.
Chaturvida bhajante mam.
Yes, you got it. Come on, give me the whole verse. Not chatur, chatur.
Chaturvida bhajante mam. Janasu kritinarjuna. Artho jnana jñāsu artharti jnani cha bharatashabha.
Bharatarashabha, right? Yeah. So there are 4 kinds of pious men, okay? And then he continues on. Next in line, who's going to tell me?
Yes, Mataji. Of these, the one who is in full knowledge and who is always engaged in pure devotional service is the best, for I am very dear to him, and he is dear to me.
So how often does he engage in pure devotional service?
Always.
Always, right? So that's what we should be doing, right? And then so we said, okay, we should be surrendering. Okay, now I got it and surrendered. So give me text 19. Who's next in line?
Yes, ma'am. After births and deaths, he who is actually in knowledge surrenders unto me, knowing me to be the cause of all causes and all that is. Such a great soul is very rare.
Right? So it's not easy to surrender to
After
Krishna.
many births and deaths,
jnanavan mam prapadyante vasudeva sarvam iti sa mahātmāsu durlabha.
Sudurlabha.
Correct, right? So
After many births and deaths,
yeah, it's not very easy. It's not very easy. If you think
to
that
surrender to Krishna,
it's not easy. It's a rare thing.
Bahunam janmanam.
Right? And so that is why these souls in today's verse are being called what?
very rare.
No, not rare. Where is the word rare?
Ananya-manaso.
You should first listen to the
Without
question.
deviation.
And then
What is the question?
Yeah, you should first listen to the question and then answer, not any random words you throw like that. My question was, that what are those people called who are focusing on Krishna from today's verse?
Ananya-manaso.
mahātmānaḥ.
ananya-manaso.
No, ananya-manaso is
No,
how they do it.
mahātmānaḥ.
Ananya-manaso is just saying without deviation of mind. They are just saying,
The mahātmānas,
correct, Mahatma. That's what they're saying, there's Mahatma. So we
mahātmānaḥ.
have to understand the meaning of the word Mahatma,
the
right?
Mahatma
Doesn't mean,
Durlabha.
there's a lot of, those Hindi-speaking people, they use the word Mahatma very often and very loosely.
Yeah.
Somebody
Yeah,
dies and then
21.
somebody's father dies and they say, oh, to Mahatma the.
Yeah.
वो महात्मा है, आप महात्मा हो.
Great soul.
Real meaning of the great soul is a soul is great only when its soul is acting in its nature, original nature, and is not deluded by the material energy, right? So the mahātmānas, right? And they are taking shelter, they are anchored by, where? Daivīṁ prakṛtim. In the transcendental is where they go and do that, right? And what is it? Jñātvā bhūtādim avyayam. That they know about Krishna. Who Krishna is. They've understood that, he is the origin of everything. I should go and bow down to him. And that is why the Mahatmas will not be going to this demigod and that demigod. Okay?
Yeah.
They are focused only on Krishna. They have that strength. They have that conviction. Okay? So we'll stop here today.
We didn't read the purport, Mataji.
We read the purport.
We did.
I read it. Yeah. I read it.
The whole
Yeah,
purport.
we read.
Okay.
we did.
Sorry.
The Mahatma does not divert his attention to anything outside Krishna because he knows perfectly that Krishna is the original Supreme.
Sukomla Mataji is
Okay, give me a verse here.
Krishna.
Give me a verse here which talks about Krishna is the cause of all causes.
Oh,
Ishvara Parama Krishna
Krishna.
Sachidananda Vigraha Anadi Adi Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam.
So the first person who remembers the verse and starts speaking it should be given the chance to complete the verse, right? And others can hum along, but slowly, okay? Because that person was able to retrieve that from the memory very quickly. And why were they able to retrieve the verse very quickly? Because they are thinking about that verse more often. That's why it comes quickly, right? So that's why we have to ananya-chintayanto mam. That's what today's verse is saying. Ananya. So again, when the teacher is speaking, you should hear the word, right? And not read something else, right? It deserves the class, it deserves the teacher's mind as well. And then you don't benefit from hearing anything in the class. So ananya-manasaḥ, without the deviation of mind, is when. So when your mind is like that, then you will get the memory also. You won't complain that I can't retrieve the verses and things like that. Okay. So try to be a Mahatma. It is not easy. It is sudurlabha. But then, it's good to take those kind of challenges, right? It's always good to aim for high things, and we will get there. And why we will get there? Because samoham sarvabhuteshu name deshosti ma priya, right? And Krishna says that, I'm equal to everybody. Today, 9.29 talked about that. So Krishna is equal. He's not partial. Kunti Maharani in her prayers also in 1.8.29 said the same thing. People think that they are partial, but they are not. You're good to, and you're, just to everybody. And which basically means that if I want to do devotional service, if I want to surrender to Krishna, Krishna is going to help me. Daivīṁ prakṛtim, because now I'm daivīṁ prakriti āśritāḥ. Now I have taken shelter of Krishna. And that's the best thing to do. Like that. Okay, so on that happy note, or a difficult note.
We need to anchor our hearts, mind, everything towards Krishna.
Right. And in the next verse, he will talk about satatam kirtayanto mam. Satatam is
Always.
All the time.
How often?
Always.
And that you will be able to do kirtan always, only if you stop doing the other thing, which is prajalpa or materialistic talks, right? Too much of it. We should indulge in only as much as it is required. Otherwise, God has given us 2 ears and 1 tongue for a reason.
Okay.
Right? The more we hear, the less we speak, the better it is.
Mataji,
Right?
I have a request. How come you didn't put me to DD? You put to Sukomala Mataji.
Because you need to work a little harder.
I'm DD.
See, I am going to give you a verse, and I want you to meditate on that. I'm sharing the screen? No, I think, right?
No,
No,
No.
Mataji.
Okay, let me share. I want you to read this, Sukumalati Mataji.
Oh.
Sarvo
Sarvopadi vinirmuktam tatparatvena nirmalam rishikena rishikesha sevanam bhaktir uchyate.
Okay. What is Sarvopadhi Vinirmuktam? I want all of you to
free
focus.
from all kinds
Free
of
from all
material
kinds of
designations,
material
or
designations,
free
and
from
free
all
from
desires.
desires.
Okay. Is GD a designation?
What?
Material
What?
designation.
Mataji,
Excuse me.
what was the
This
question?
GD. I'm asking that, is this DD a designation?
Oh,
Some have DD, some don't have DD, right?
okay,
You are
got
asking that
it.
But it's
question, that
It
Mataji, why
doesn't,
did you not put DD
yeah.
against my name?
But it's
Oh,
not a material designation.
It
It's
is
not
still
a
a
material.
designation.
That's
Yeah,
why
but
I'm asking you, Mataji.
but do you want that? Do you want me to be very mindful and calling you that? And if I mistake, then you would call it out?
Okay, 1D is
No.
okay,
You
Dasi.
see, not Vandi. No, if nothing is there, you just take it like that.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
you should
fine.
not
No,
be
it doesn't
questioning.
matter.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to emphasize, that, this is a upadhi. I'm an initiated person. Where is my Devi Dasi? How come the Devi Dasi is not there in my name? That's upadhi.
This is showing material.
Tendency, yeah, that shows mental tendency. So
Okay,
work on
Mataji.
it and remove it. It's not right.
Okay.
Right? Because all you should be doing is, you should be free from all except the desire to serve service. When you have the desire to serve personality of Godhead, then you won't care who calls you what.
Okay.
Right?
Got
Yeah.
it.
That's a very important thing. I want the whole class to be in that mood. Otherwise, there's no point coming to those classes if you don't live what we learn.
Okay.
You have to become a Mahatma.
I'm surrender.
Nice.
Detached from material. Yeah.
Detached
Right.
from material thing.
Right. This is
Yes,
from
okay.
Chaitanya Charitamrita, and it is
Got
from,
it.
It is from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. It is from the nectar of devotion. Oh, right? Bhakti Rasamrita, the not nectar, the ocean, right?
Yes.
And then it is a first canto, first chapter, verse number 12. So it's not even, it's right at the beginning. They are saying that if you want to pursue devotional service, you have to keep this thing in mind, right? That slowly these kind of activity, idea, they slowly come, and that's Maya that acts, Oh, I am this. Where is my first row, first bench? I should be there. I went to nobody said this. Where is my garland? How come I didn't get a garland?
First row.
Right? So we have to be very careful. And
Got
that's what
it,
I said.
Mataji. Got it,
2
Mataji.
ears, one tongue.
Okay.
Right? That should be the rule in this class. 2 ears, one tongue. We speak only when we want to speak something useful.
But
Because now
Mataji, you never forget.
Yes, I'm just saying that, and that why I'm coming across as very strict is that all of us don't have very many years to live left, right? And we need to get serious. I've been holding this class for almost 10 to 15 years now.
Yes.
Okay? Right? Varshana was my first student who came to the class. And so there should be a steady progress and a difference in the way we think. We can't be behaving the same way for the last 3 years or 4 years like that, right? There has to be steady progress. Otherwise, there's no use to coming the class. You should be in some other class where you get more benefit, right?
Gradual growth. Yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
Can I
Varshana.
ask that question? Yes. Mataji, yamnas, I met a person. I mean, I have never seen her reading Bhagavad-gita, Bhagavatam or something like that. It's not that serious in books and everything. But Mataji, the way she talks, the way she behaves, and the way she sits down and talks about Krishna, as if she knows everything and she has read everything. So, Mataji, is this that she has already read in her previous birth and now it is coming out?
Well, you just said that she does as if she knows everything about Krishna.
Yes.
So that thing can be, because I'm not there listening to her, I do not know what you mean. You mean it in a positive way or a negative way? Positive. Yes, definitely. That's why it is neha bikamo nasosti pratyavayo na vidyate swalpam api asya trayate jagato bhayat. right? That even if you do this much of devotional service, it gets carried to the next janam. And in the next life, if people start off from that same point, so she doesn't have a need to read the book because she read that book. I mean, in our next lives, we'll be more familiar with chapter 9. We'll be more familiar with all these verses. Why? Because we've already done that. That's why some people memorize these verses very quickly and very fast. And that's why it is there like that.
It doesn't say anything much. It doesn't say much, but tears are always rolling from her eyes, and she's like remembering.
They remember that. And then there's that famous pastime that we read about, right? How Chaitanya Mahaprabhu meets this person who was sitting with the Bhagavad-gita, holding it opposite.
Yes,
and then he's crying, right? And he says, my Guru Maharaj asked me to read it and I don't, but I'm just looking at this and I'm saying how merciful is the Supreme Personality of Godhead that he agreed to become the chariot driver for his devotee. He has got everything, he understood. Sarvdharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. He's understood that part, right? So sometimes we should not belittle others, that because somebody is a servant maid and I am, something that, I am superior. So that the worst thing that can happen is to think that I am superior.
We may be a servant maid in our next life. Who knows?
Absolutely. Right.
Another thing, by the way, that lady is a maid servant.
Yeah. Did she drop off? Premai Radha? Because she had also raised her hand.
Yes,
No,
Mataji.
she's there.
Oh, she's there. She's here. My screen sometimes, misses showing people. Okay. Is your question answered or was it?
Madhaji, because of time limitation, I just lowered my hand. I don't know whether it's a good time to ask because it's the class going on too long. I have something to ask on that partial point. Like the other
You
day,
still did not digest that, right?
No, I digested when you said that Krishna is not partial, but with his devotees he is, right?
No.
No.
Well, he says, I like them.
Okay.
Devotees
He
is
says, I like that.
not
Yeah, but if a devotee does anything mamby-pamby, then Krishna is not going to bend his rules.
Yes.
Right.
Because someone was telling me like what Prajalpa you're saying. No, someone was saying that this person is very dear to her Maharaj, and so Maharaj is partial. So I did not understand. I did not take part in that. But
Good. That's what you should not be doing, especially criticizing Mahatmas like
yes.
Especially
Maharaj,
the
yeah.
gurus and initiating guru. I mean, they are at levels higher than what we are. We should just get out of that habit. And that getting out of the habit, Lord Narasimha Dev can help you a lot. He can cleanse everything. Yeah, that's why make it a habit to pray to Lord Narasimha Dev for your own protection from your own mind. Because the mind is like Hiranyakashipu for us, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then every time be watchful. And that's what I'm saying that, sometimes we speak without even hearing what was being taught. We just have to throw some words into the conversation. And then what is happening is the mind is churning things and immediately your sense organs are acting on it and those things are. But we should always get into the habit of when the mind has presented a thought, pause. Now you are advanced in many years, you have been doing devotional service. So we should be aiming to get into that situation where we pause and learn how to pause the mind. Okay, you presented this thought, let me analyze it. Whether I need to act on it or not. And that comes when your intelligence is becoming sharp. Right? A mandbuddhi or a bhrasht intelligence will not even know that. But if you're mindful, and when you say that this is wrong, you'll just table that thought. For example, your mind acted, Preeti, Premai Radha, because you said your intelligence immediately told you at that time when people are having this conversation that such and such a guru is partial to such and such a disciple. You said, I'm not going to partake in that conversation. I'm going to leave the conversation and go. Right? And that's what cell phones are meant for. You can say, I'm getting a call and leave that conversation and go. Because
But Mataji, sorry, go ahead. In that text 29 where Krishna says that I envy no one nor am I partial to anyone, but there's that but that whoever renders service to me is a friend and I am in him. So that but, does it make a difference that
No, it doesn't make
he
a
is
difference.
more
No.
partial
The
to?
but is not, no, the but is not to be interpreted, because after the but, if you wanted to say that that I am impartial to him, he would have said, but to my devotees I am partial. He would have clearly said that. He did not say that. What he's saying is that that person is a friend in me. So, and see, this is what makes you handle calamities in life. Right? That you are, when calamities are coming into my life and I'm thinking that, I am doing so much of devotional service, why is this calamity happening? You will just at that time think that Krishna is my friend. And so he is doing this for a purpose. And that's why we read that Tattvamaya Kampam verse where mishaps come into people's life, right? Then we are saying that Krishna is doing this. And that's why the 4 questions asked book, which is my favorite book, right? What is the third question? What is the lesson? So when these disasters come to us, I will think like disaster is coming to me, and Krishna is trying to teach me something because I'm a devotee of Krishna. Have that faith, and then you'll be able to handle. That's why look at Kunti Maharani. She's saying, "Give us the disaster all the time because you come there, right?" So all that he's saying is that he's dear to me. Now, come on, tell me, you have children, right? And the children were good to you or whatever, right? But when and you loved the children, and they were your children, can be devoted to their parents. They were your devotees, right? And if they ever did anything bad, did you not chastise them and just said, "Oh, they are so good, I don't have to chastise them"?
No,
you did. You did.
Yeah.
That's what Krishna is doing. But does it mean? But when you were chastising your children, does it mean that you didn't love them? Does it mean that you were not friend to them? Actually, you are a better friend. A parent who does not chastise his children, his or her children, is actually an enemy of the child.
Yeah.
Okay, does that understand Krishna's partiality?
Beautiful discussion. Very nice.
Yeah, very
nice.
good.
Thank you. Thank you so much for participating.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Mataji.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
everyone.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
And think over carefully of everything that we discussed. And when I say everything, I mean everything. Go back, re-listen to this lecture. Today's discussions were important. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Vanchakalpatarubhyasya
Kripa sindhu bhayavacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. God Premanande.